Hello guys, welcome back. And here today we're doing the predictions for Fury v Dillan White and the undercard. I'm joined with my brother King Oles.
Yeah, and now we're predicting the undercard for Fury v White, and then we're working our way up their card. But before we do fully get into it, we will be doing the watch along on my channel, King Oles, and we will be putting the stream link in the video description so you can officially get both of our reactions to the to the undercard up until the main event.
Yeah. So it's Kurt Walker v Stefan Nickel. Stefan Nickel has had. He's a journeyman, but he's had 35 fights, 3 wins, 31 defeats, 2 draws, 1 win by knockout. Against Kurt Walker, 1 win, 0 defeats, no draws, 1 knockout. And that was on the Josh Taylor undercard.
Yeah, so I'm predicting this fight to go all of the rounds and for Kurt Walker to win on points, unanimous decision.
Yeah, and I'm backing Kurt Walker as well on points as well.
Because the fights where he's against doesn't get knocked out too much, so I'm saying points.
Yeah, and then you've got Royston Barney Smith v Costam Randall. He's 0 wins, 10 defeats, no draws.
Oh, he's only been knocked out once.
And he's only been knocked out once. Out of his 10 defeats, yeah. And he's against Royston Barney Smith, and he's 1-0, no knockouts just yet.
So again, I'm predicting this fight to go the distance, and Royston to win on unanimous decision.
Yes, absolutely. He's going to be a big up and coming fighter, Royston. Yeah, so I'm going to say unanimous decision, Royston. And then you've got Michael Chirac v Carol Tuma. Michael Chirac has had 13 fights, 2 wins, 11 defeats, 5 defeats by knockout, and 1 of his wins by knockout. He's against Carol Tuma. 6 wins, no draws, no defeats, 4 knockouts.
Yeah, what are you predicting?
Oh, it's only a 4-rounder.
Yeah, well, yeah, they all are like the starters. Wait, what
No,
are you
because
predicting?
Carol's normally a 6er. I'm going to say Carol's going to... He's been working with Fury and stuff, so like... Yeah, and I've seen him as well. Very, very talented fighter. Beat his last opponent who was unbeaten at the time, so I'm going to say round 2 knockout for Atuma.
I'm going to say round 3 knockout.
Yeah. And then you've got Chris Healy and David Adley v Chris Healy. Chris Healy's 9 wins, 8 defeats, no draws. Chris Healy's 2 wins by knockout, 2 of his defeats by knockout, and he's been in there with a few good names. And he's against Big D David Adley, 8 wins, 0 draws, 0 defeats, 7 knockouts. It's an 8-round fight. I'm going to start this one off with a massive statement from David Adley, and I'm going to say he's going to wipe him out in the first round.
I think David Adley wins in round 3 by knockout.
Interesting. He's definitely going to knock this guy out.
Yeah.
Then you've got Echo Essuman v Darren Tenty. Darren Tenty, 23 fights, 21 wins, 2 defeats. 9 of Tenty's wins comes by way of knockout. 1 defeat knockout as well. The Echo, the Engine Essuman, 16 wins, 0 defeats, 0 draws, 7 wins by knockout. This was originally meant to be on a prospect card, the Frank Warren next week, but it's been pushed forward as Kakachi has opponent couldn't make it down, unfortunately for him. But what's your prediction for this 12 round for the British and Commonwealth welterweight title?
I think we're going to be in for I think it's going to be a pretty good fight. Could go I think it could go quite far into the fight. I think both of them are. I think we're going to have I think it's going to be a close fight, and we're going to see quite a few close rounds. But I'm predicting an Echo win round 9 stoppage.
And as I know, Echo is an absolute beast. I've watched Tenty as well, but he's been beaten at like his step up to the title, so I think he's going to come short again. And the main man, Echo Essuman's going to stop him on his feet, round 7. Easy. Come on, Echo.
Yeah, so both think stoppages for Echo.
And then you've got Tommy TNT Fury v Daniel Bosnick. Daniel Bosnick has had 10 wins, 1 defeat, 0 draws. This is a step up for Fury.
Tommy Fury.
Yeah. Tommy Fury, 7 wins. Yeah, 7-0, 4 wins by stoppage. It's a 6-rounder being pushed up.
This is Tommy Fury's biggest test of his career. He's against someone with a winning record. Tommy Fury still, of course, chasing that fight with Jake Paul. And yeah, Tommy Fury does, of course, need to make a statement. I think he will make a statement. I think Tommy Fury wipes him out clean in round 3.
And I'm going to say he's going to knock him out round 2. He's got to make a statement to Jake Paul, and this would be a perfect way to do it on his brother's undercard against an opponent who's coming to win.
Yeah.
And then you've got Isaac Lowe v Nick Bull. Nick Bull, very, very underrated. He's 14 wins. He's 14-0, 7 wins by knockout. And I just want to say he's the most, people are saying he's the most secret talent there is at the minute. V Isaac Lowe, who did lose his last fight, don't forget. He's 21 wins, 1 defeat, 3 draws, 6 of his wins by knockout.
Yeah, I think that this fight could possibly be fight of the night, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a very good fight. I think, of course, they like John Fury and stuff was saying yesterday at the open workouts. I mean, they're just going to be toe to toe the whole fight, going at it. So yeah, I think this is probably going to be a good dog fight, probably, and it's going to be interesting to see who wins. But I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say Nick Bull on split decision.
I'm going to back the Liverpool man as well, Nick Bull as well. Yeah, unanimous, I think. I won't be surprised if Lowe does it. It's going to be a great fight.
Either way.
And then it's the main event. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, v Dillan, the Body Snatcher, Whyte. Dillan has had 30 fights, 28 wins, 2 defeats. 19 of Dillian's wins by knockout and 2 defeats, by way of knockout as well. The Tyson Fury, 32 fights, 31 wins, 1 draw, 0 defeats. 22 of Fury's wins comes by way of knockout.
Yeah, this should be a real interesting fight. 2 British fighters going at it. I mean, I think it's probably the 3rd biggest fight for Fury out there at the moment to take, other than AJ and Usyk. Fury has teased that this might be his last fight. I don't think it will be, but. It should be a good fight. I think that this fight's definitely a make or break for Dillan, in my opinion. But yeah, for Fury, I think it's going to be an interesting fight. 94,000. They're breaking a load of records coming to this fight. Fury's coming off win over Wilder, while White's coming off a win over. Redeeming himself against Povetkin. He recently got knocked out against Povetkin, but redeeming himself in the last fight back in March. So White's been out over a year, being quite inactive, waiting for the few. He was waiting for the winner of Fury v Wilder, which was Fury, and now they're waiting to get And now he's been waiting for this. He's been very quiet during the build-up. Dillan, he didn't show up to the open workout, but the reason why I think it is I don't think he wants to give too much away. I mean, during the open workout, Fury was boxing as a southpaw. He did the whole workout as a southpaw, so that could be a hint that he might be fighting as a southpaw in this fight. While Dillan, I think, is going to come in his usual orthodox style. But I think I've said it I have said it to a few people that whyte style kind of looks tailor-made for Tyson Fury, to be honest with you. But, both are quite hard hitters, though. Tyson Fury, both can take a shot, especially Tyson Fury, from what we've seen, taking some of Wilder's big hits. And then Whyte's, I don't think Whyte can take a hit as well, but he can take shots. He of course was able to take a few against Joseph Parker. Stayed in that, almost got knocked out in the last round against AJ. He showed heart in that fight as well. So
what's your final prediction for the fight?
Trying to think really, because not really too sure. I'm gonna say Fury round 8 knockout. Fury round 8 stoppage, actually.
Honestly,
stoppage. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, as you were saying, Dillan has been very, very quiet during fight week and overall, really. And he's. I can't afford him to do well. I think he's definitely deserved this shot. He's been that defeat to Povetkin. I think it's made him a better fighter. I think, I do, and he's got big knockouts. We know Dillan can knock people out, and I won't be that surprised if he does manage to beat Fury, but as a few people would. But I think Dillan looked very confident in the press conference. Well, so did Fury. But I think as Fury coming over a knockout win over Deontay Wilder, I think very impressive performance last time out from Tyson Fury.
Well, I don't think he looked too good actually in the last one. It's because he had a poor camp, but
he still managed to get the win though.
He's just an all-round better fighter than Wilder. I think he's an all-round better fighter than Whyte. I think Whyte would definitely be in the fight a lot more than Wilder was, because Whyte can actually box. But I'm not sure if he can cause Fury more problems though than Wilder did. But we'll have to see.
So I think as Fury's boxing southpaw and he's the bigger man,
he might not be boxing southpaw.
I reckon he is. I reckon he might switch it up. I reckon it'll be too much for Dillan Whyte and cause a stoppage for Tyson in inside 7, let's say.
Wait, Tyson wins inside 7.
Yeah, Tyson gets a TKO inside 7 rounds. Just want to say thank you for watching. And
alright, by the way, did we mention that Kakachi pulled out the fight? No, not Kakachi. Kakachi's opponent pulled out the fight. Yeah, he pulled out the fight, and then so it's all happening on Saturday night. Fury versus Whyte on BT Sport box office. 94,000 people will be watching at Wembley Stadium, so it should be an interesting night overall.
Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye for now.